Hello Data 10 students. This is Excel Chapter 1 Pause and Practice Exercise 2. In order to do that, click on your assignments. Make sure you are in your correct class. It can be Data 10 901D, Data 10 902D, or whatever is your section and your semester. Okay, for now it is Spring 2025. It could be a different semester. So let's click on Excel Chapter 1. And this exercise probably is in two parts, and this is part 1. So let's click on Excel Pause and Practice 1-2. Okay. So for this exercise, we need the completed exercise of Pause and Practice 1-1. If you remember, previously we completed Excel Pause and Practice 1-1 previously, which I have saved in my documents here. I need to make a copy of that. In order to do that, click on that, right click, and then make a copy, and then paste again here. If you do paste it, you're going to get a copy of that. I'm going to start using this in order to start working on this. Okay, so I'm going to open the copy of the Pause and Practice 1-1. It says for this exercise you need Pause and Practice 1-1 that we completed in the previous exercise. Now when I double click this, it's going to open up in Excel. There you go. It opened up in Excel. Now this is the completed Pause and Practice 1-1 exercise. We're going to start from that. Once again, open the file. We've opened it. In case if you get enable editing, click on that and have its protected view. So you have to click on that in order to enable editing. Okay, and then click F12 on your Windows computer if you have it, or you could go and click on Save As. Okay, and then save as, and then change the name. Now we are going to change the name. Again, I'm going to save it in my documents once again, but the name has to change to your initials PP1E1-2. So I have to delete this and then write DL, which is my initials, PPE1-2, and then hit save here. Okay, so we've completed task 1, A, B, C, D, and E. Next we go to task 2, calculate the total using sum. Okay, so hit on a H5, which is cell H5. You can either go here, move the cursor and go to H5 like that, or you could just type H5 here. It will take you directly to H5. Okay, now click on the auto sum button in the home tab, editing group. When you go to home tab, editing group, you will find the auto sum. If you are not able to see it, you can maximize the window. You should be able to see all the shortcuts in your ribbon. Okay, now this is auto sum. Click on auto sum, or if you have minimized it also, you will be able to see the tables, the groups so called as. So now we go to home tab. In the editing group, click on auto sum. Editing tab, click on auto sum. So it automatically, see, it selects D5 to G5, and once when you hit enter, it automatically calculates the sum. And on H4, so if you have to go to H4, type H4 here. It will take you to H4, and we have to type total here. You see this, type total in health cells H4. So you go to H4 and write total. Okay, enter. Now select D19. So I have to go to D19. I can either type D19, or I could select D and then go down to 19. You can do it either way. Okay, I'm typing D19 here, enter. It takes me to D19. Now again, I double click on auto sum. Now I'm going to do the totals or the sum of the numbers vertically here in January, for the month of January. So when I go to editing and hit auto sum, it automatically selects, there you go. It automatically selects the numbers. All I have to do is just enter, and the result should be 63. The answer is 63. Good. Okay. So now we have completed task 2. Then we go to task 3, calculating the average number of days of a month. So go to select cell D20. So we are already in D20, or you could just type D20 here in the name box. Okay, right, in D20, Click auto sum. Again, from the home editing button, click on auto sum. What it does is the average. So you have to auto sum and choose the average. Instead of auto sum, you can select the average. There you go. Don't select the auto sum, but instead of auto sum, in that menu, select average. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, we just made a mistake. So let's click here and then go to editing, auto sum, average. Okay. Now an average of this total cell D19 is included in the suggested range. Enter. Okay. The screen tip after 9. Okay. Next is press backspace and key delete and type 8 to correct the range. Instead of 8.4, just type 8. Okay. Sorry. The D5. Now click the auto sum, select the average. So we go to average. We're going to average. Okay, and make sure that enter. But instead of 19, we need to go and correct it as 18. That is good. See, the result should be 4.5. Yes, it is 4.5. So what we did is correct. So when you select average, it automatically selects from D5 to D19. So instead of D19, we have to type D18. Change that 9 to 8. So we calculate the average only from D5 to D18. So if you click and see, it will say average D5 to D18. The answer is 4.5. So it's correct. Okay. Next we go to the next copy functions using fill handle. Select the cell in H5. Now we're going to use cell handle again. So go to H5 once again. Click on this. Click H5. It takes you to H5. Now double click the fill handle pointer. So when you go here, this is the fill handle. I told you this is the normal Excel cursor. When you take it near the corner, it becomes a fill handle, a black. Double click it. It automatically fills up until D19. See, double click the fill pointer in the lower cell. The sum is filled to cell H19 to match column A. Cell H20 is not auto filled because cell A20 has the average. Okay. You may need to press enter to complete the function. So now let's click the enter. Good. Okay. Now select D19 and D20. Select D19 and D20 together and then use fill handle and drag it till H19, H20. Just drag it till H19, H20 and let it go. There you go. Now you get the totals and the averages. See, it looks exactly like the 63, 101, 120, 240 and 524. So now we have completed task 4 up to D. Now we come to E. Select E19. So if you want to go to E19, type E19, enter, takes E19. View the formula bar. The sum reflects the location of the sheet. For example, see, it tells you from when you look at the formula bar, this is called the formula bar. When you look at the formula bar, the sum function reflects the location of the sheet. Make sure, for example, the sum is from E5 all the way to E18. This is here. Good. So that's correct. Select E20 in the formula bar. E20 is here. And once again, make sure that the cell in the function is reflecting the A15, average E15 to E18. This is how it is copied. For example, when you click here, sum of a D5 to D18. Here, if you click, it is sum E5 to E18. If you click here, it is sum F5 to F18. So each of those cells correspondingly has copied their cell references. Okay, right. Next, let's go to task 5A. Select cells D20 to H20. D20 to H20. Okay, number format, drop down, home tab number group, and choose number. Home tab, this is the home tab, number group, and select from general, we're going to change it to number. Automatically it assigns to 2 decimals. Okay, the averages are formatted to 2 decimal positions. Select A4 to H4. The next task is select cells A4 to H4. Let's go to A4, which is here, A4 to H4. A4 to H4. Click bold button in the home tab, font group. Home tab, font group, and bold. There you go. It has made it bold now. Okay. Yes. Next, select A1 to A2. A1, which is A1 is here to A2. Click the font size tab, home tab, font group. Home tab, font group, font size to 16. Select the font size to 16. So, and then select A2. A2 is here. Edit the label display first period instead of first quarter. So when you double click on this, it becomes editable. So go all the way down to first quarter. Instead of first quarter, display first period. That's the task. First period. Period. And enter. Now we have completed task 5. Now we go to task 6. Okay, adjust the column width. Point to the column B. Point to the column B. So when you go to the B, automatically the arrow clicks here. Okay. Click and drag to reach column C. Here, see. When you click on, you will see the down point. Click and then drag to point C. So it selects both. And then double click border C and D. C and D. Okay, double click. So when you double click, double click the border between C and D. There we go. See, it automatically adjusted the column width to fit this. Again, select C and D. Headings. Go again, double click. It automatically adjusts the. Again, point to column D and drag to reach column H. Column D all the way till H. Click format button. Let me just make this a little bigger so we are all able to see this. We have to do format column width from menu type 7. Okay, let's make this bigger. Format column width 7 and click OK. All we did was we selected D2H, format button, column width, we typed 7. Click OK. That's the end of task 6. Okay, we will continue the next task 7 from in part 2. Okay, so we'll continue with part 2 because the videos can only be a certain time. So we'll continue the same exercise, Excel exercise 1-2 part 2.